What is the Green New Deal?
It's socialism. It's pie in the sky.
Meant to evoke FDR's New Deal program that reinvigorated the USA, it's a sweeping resolution to commit to a new green economy. There have been many Green New Deal proposals, but the one we are talking about here is a resolution, not a bill, written by Rihanna Gunn-Wright of New Consensus, with the goals of committing to net zero emissions, green jobs, and green infrastructure in order to combat the climate crisis. But just what is it? It was brought to the House by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ed Markey, and among the top goals of this proposal are a 10-year mobilization towards a completely green economy, net zero greenhouse emissions, millions of high-wage green jobs, investments in U.S. infrastructure for clean air and water for all, and specific focusing on rebuilding impoverished communities and addressing centuries of structural poverty. So what exactly will it do? Since it's a resolution, it's more of a promise than a specific plan or policy. Most of the public supports the idea despite what news sources claim. But okay, then you might ask, why was it shot down? Well, it was rushed through Congress and not fully understood or debated. One reason this may have happened is special interests, such as big oil, big auto, and big pharma, which have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo, despite how ecocidal our current way of life is. A new green economy would destroy the status quo. Big oil, big auto, and our current economy based on shipping massive amounts of products and waste worldwide would need to end. Planned technological obsolescence would no longer be conscionable. Plastic would need to be phased out. In short, our entire economy would need to shift towards local instead of global, renewable instead of disposable, and regenerative instead of destructive. There are many criticisms of the Green New Deal, and many who criticize it claim they want a greener economy, yet have failed to act in the past 30 years in any substantial way towards it. According to the International Panel on Climate Change report, we have less than 12 years to change our way of life, or else we will endure catastrophic, genocidal levels of global warming. Our current environmental efforts are not enough, which mainly focus on personal changes like recycling and buying less plastic and carpooling. A Green New Deal is necessary because it will help to address the large structural problems that have led us to this crisis in the first place. A change is needed if we want to see our grandchildren have a future instead of having to suffer because a few greedy people destroyed the planet. Some say this kind of change is impossible. But as Rob Hopkins stated in the Transition Handbook, the future without oil could be preferable to the present if we can engage with enough imagination, creativity, and adaptability in that process. There's no reason why the imagination and ingenuity that got us to the top of the peak, referring to peak oil, in the first place is going to disappear when we're going to have to work out how we're going to get down to the other side.